Well, happy affiliation night. It's the Rush and the Tulsa Oilers as we bring the Sea of Red to the Monument Ice Arena here today. Dave Smith, Rush head coach and GM, alongside. This is the first time we've gotten together for our pregame talk where the first two games have been lopsided in either team's favor, and unfortunately it's gone against the Rush. 5-0 on Wednesday, 5-1 last night. 4 goals given up in the first. You settle things down pretty well. Each team gets one in the second period, and neither team scores in the final 35 minutes. Obviously, it's not a game that you can positively break down very much, but what did you see on the ice in last night's 5-1 game?
Well, if it was going to go wrong, it did last night, and it started early. I thought we had energy, but the energy didn't come out in a positive way in terms of playing in their end. We had a couple turnovers. I think Torch wanted at least one of those back. Collectively, it was not great hockey. It was not great luck and not great spirit, and put you down 4-0.
I said it multiple times last night, exactly what you said, but on the other side, everything just came up Tulsa. And all the numbers that have not gone the way they've gone all season went the other way in both games of this series. Does that get in the heads at all? How do you combat something like that where everything's just coming up for the wrong team?
Well, we were just trying to keep it simple at that point, just shoot pucks out, shoot pucks in, and we were really snake bit last night, which is not a great feeling on the bench. And the guys are pros. They wanted to play hard for Torch. He hadn't played in a month. They wanted to do the right things, and it was an awkward night. It was an awkward, and you don't plan on that. Again, we planned on coming in and playing well, start to finish, winning a hockey game, but it just didn't happen.
How did you guys settle in and keep the game even from what it was anyway in the second and third periods?
Honestly, I think we just got more aggressive. I mean, we just talked with our guys. We're not going to sit back. We said we're not going to run out of time. We ultimately did, but we said we're not going into the second period. We said, hey, let's go. Let's get after it. Let's try and win the game right now. We got 40 minutes of good hockey left, and it did make a difference in our play, but not the outcome.
What did it mean to get the first professional goal from Clay Hannes? I know the result was 5-1, and he was the only goal scorer, but a big moment for him with his parents in the building from Minnetonka, Minnesota, and he becomes the first one to beat their really good goaltender in the series.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he actually played really well in the game. He controlled the play, he controlled the puck, and it was nice to see him get rewarded. And he's from a hockey family. They've got some connections here and some time spent here, but it was nice to see. And it's one of the clips we showed the guys this morning, just the sequence of events of aggressiveness that Clay showed, and a couple other guys on the ice as well at that time, and how we can get rewarded for it.
You mentioned the recruiting story of Clay Hannes during the coach's show, but he's a guy where every team in the ECHL would have found a place for him. But he has the connection of having played collegiately in Calgary, built up whatever relationship you can build up with the Calgary organization out there just with proximity. He said he's kind of become a semi-Flames fan from his time there, despite being from the state of hockey and, of course, vacationing with his family here in the Black Hills. Just stories like that are what make this market such a cool market to share these maybe offbeat and by chance recruiting stories that come up.
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, and I'm seeing, again, I'm new to the Black Hills region as well. I'm seeing a real connection to, the city of the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and how close it is to get here and their affinity for this region. So the fact that we've got a few guys on our roster, and Clay may be the highlight of them right now in terms of his previous accomplishments, speaks volumes to what is happening and what we can do here. And I wish I'd have known all these things before, but the fact that we know them now is something that's a thread that we want to keep pulling.
How much do you feel that the much better play, much more grounded play the last 35-plus minutes can transition into a game that you're still looking for your first win against this team? It's a big night, affiliation night, bobblehead night, a lot of people here. How much can you roll that into this game?
Well, I think for us, there's a pride factor. We are not whatever the score is against Tulsa the last 2 games and the last 5 games. That's not who we are. We're not proud of that. So I think for the players themselves, for the fans, for just pride factors, we roll all those things in, and we want to have fun. Winning is more fun. Playing hard together is more fun. So when you put all those together, again, we're planning and preparing to come into this game tonight to win.
Okay, you mentioned having fun. What does that look like on the ice when the guys are having fun and winning games together?
Well, I think anytime you're putting out max effort, anytime you're working towards a common goal, anytime you're being aggressive, you're not sitting back. That's what hockey is. That's when hockey is fun. And no matter what we do, there's going to be adversity. There isn't every game. Hockey and sport is a game of mistakes. But it's fun to overcome those things with a group of guys that are working towards a common goal. And, maybe it becomes a little easier with less pressure. Maybe it changes the mojo when, hey, we are going out to have fun, but we're going to be aggressive doing it. So, again, our goal is to win every game. Our goal is to play the best every night, and we'll try and do that again tonight.
All right, 6 games to go. What are you trying to play for? You've got 3 at home, 3 on the road, all division games, home crowd coming out tonight. What are you trying to play for in these last 6 games?
Well, we'll always play for team first, and we're on many different teams, but the Rapid City Rush is a team. The individuals on the ice are a team. We want to play for the city. That's another team that we're a part of in this community. And there's also the factor that each of these guys are independent contractors, and statistics and wins are important to each of them, as it is to the coaches and the organization. So we want to finish as high in the standings as we can. We want to, all the obvious things that are in front of us, as well as the individuals. So winning is more fun. We want to have fun.
Affiliation night tonight. Just one comment on your first year with the Calgary organization. This has been, by all accounts, the best of the 4 years, affiliation-wise, top to bottom. Not only the quantity of players and quality of players who've come here, but the fact that when they've been up in Calgary, they've gotten opportunities. And just look at last night. They beat first place Laval and Arseny Sergiev, who went from a 1A, 1B tandem goaltender with us to begin the year, is now their true number 1 starter in the American Hockey League.
Yeah, that relationship has been excellent. I've learned a lot. Brad Pascal and I communicate very regularly, and our players, want to play in the American Hockey League, and we want to develop them for that. So when they do go up and they do play, it makes us feel good. We check the scores, we check the standings and the stats, and touch base with them occasionally. But it feels good when we can combine our efforts between Rapid City, the Rush, Calgary, the Wranglers, into helping these young men achieve their dreams.
Thanks, Dave. Good luck.
Thank you.